Here is a look at your gap and go trades for the first week of June. I will go over price targets on the 5-minute time frame, have a gap recap from May 26th through the 29th, and update the chart as well. Hi everyone, it's Dow on the Dow. First up is Rivn. We ended the week at $16.30, up 7.24%. This is where we are. To the north side takes us to 2 standard deviations and 1 level of resistance and a potential take profit area at 1654. Above that, 1679, and at 4 standard deviations, which I do not think we will get to on Monday, but perhaps down the road, $17.06. But if we do hit this mark, I will expect a pullback as people take their profits and they run. They will lock in and they will leave. Now to the south side, the middle of the trend takes us to this level, which is a gap fill as well. Let me change the color. That is $16. Below that, at another potential buy-in area and another potential stop-loss area, 1548, 1522, and 1495. Now looking left, we began the week at 1422 and ended at 1630. We went up a leg, went sideways, down a little bit, went up, went sideways, hit resistance, went sideways, and then hit 3 standard deviations and then sold off. Now I will clean this up. This is no longer in play out of the gate. We closed. Okay, so let me delete 1414 and 1448. So congrats if you made some money there. And this gap at 1639 actually closed on Friday. So let me delete 1639, 1602. So we touched right there. And then now we have another gap. See this one at 1670. That is the next one that I will be tracking. Okay, and then we have gaps, to the south side. That will take us down to 1252 and potentially 1138. Not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close. The yellow lines I marked out in 2023. Or was it 2024? Oh, that's 2024. The purple is 2025. And the blue are all markings from 2026. By the end of the week, we could rest at around 1837. Next up is Boeing. You can see we are in an upward channel. The middle of the trend takes us to roughly 232.76. Above that, 235.66, 237.07, and 238.76. To the south side, 229.84, 228.32, and back to an area we've been, 226.74. Now looking left, we started the week at 219.02 and again ending at 231.15. But we hit resistance, sold off, bounced off of this line, a gap, and then hit resistance again, fell down. And this is still in play. This gap taking us down to 210.11. This gap formed here at 219.76 where it will close out. It will start at 220.53. Now this one at 229 completed the cycle at 229, and that was on Thursday, May 28th. So congrats if you went long and made some money there. I will delete that price label as well. And the next gap I will be looking forward to the upside will take us to 260.36. And that might be a little while. By the end of the week, we could see price get to 251.19. And then we have gaps to the south side to be aware of. That will take us down to 186.73. And I think that is it for now. Next one up will be NEO. Okay, we ended the week at 560. Middle of the trend is now 566. Resistance, take profit, 592, 612, and roughly 627, which will close out this gap. Now to the south side, because there's always a south side, 536, 521-ish, and roughly 506. So at the beginning of the week, we started at 520, went as high as right about there, 581-ish, and then got slammed down because that is resistance. I anticipate that. And let's clean up this gap. All right, that touched on Wednesday, May the 27th, taking us to an expected move at 557. So congrats if you made some money playing that. And the next gap up, oh, it's a small one, as I mentioned. Let's just extend this all the way while I'm here out through the week and see if we hit it. Oh, and then we have another one up here down the road. Not in the channel, not in the zone, not even close. Oops. All right, that is it for NEO. Next up is Tsly. Option R, reset that. Tsly ended the week at $30.63, down 0.84%. Now the middle of the trend, it's very close at 30.81. Above that, 31.33, 31.61, and roughly 31.85, which begins along this line, which is the bottom of that gap. That takes us to 32.25. To the south side, 30.28, 30, and roughly 29.74. Looking left, what happened? We started the week at 30.50, ran up to resistance, kind of went down a little bit. Oh, we have this gap here that I should mark out. But this gap is still in play, taking us to 31.71. Let's turn on the magnet. So we gap down, which means when it reverses, it will be to the upside. So I like to change that to green. And that will eventually take us to 31.22. It's a very gappy, this one. Here's support and then a bounce up to resistance, and then it sold off. This line is acting as support here. And then on the way down, it turns into resistance when it goes back up. So we've got a gap at 29.99 and this one as well. Let's extend it for the whole week. See what hits. I've got this one down here. Oh, look at this gap up. All right. Oh, this gap closed already. this one. Oh no, sorry. No, I extended the wrong way. It was this little one. A lot of gaps within gaps. As a matter of fact, just to get rid of this, this was the previous week. So close to that, I'm just going to delete it. I don't need any of these lines as mentioned previously. All right, and let's go to the final one, Nike. We ended the week at 46.23, right here. Resistance, the middle of the trend, the baseline, the median. We could hit resistance and then start to chop sideways. Next leg up takes us to 48.77, 49.46, and roughly 50.13. Now to the south side, 46.07, this gap forms at 45.67, 45.37, 44.94 closes out that gap, 44.72, a lot of targets here. And what happened? We started the week at 44.67, went down even more, touched this line, bounced, hit resistance, back down, touched this line, which turns into support, grinding up here at resistance, and then back down to support. So we've got a gap at 52.76 and another baby one at 55.06. There we go. And then after that, 57.96. And then ignore all the horizontal lines there. All right, that is a look at Rivn, Boeing, NIO, Tsly, and Nike. If there's a ticker you'd like me to go over, please let me know, and have a fantastic trading week.